welcome to this week's video at Bath Garden Center. Today we're going to be talking about cool crops. So what are cool crops and when can I plant them? First of all, cool crops are things that we can plant either at the beginning of our season and sometimes at the very end of the season. And cool crop season just marks the transition this time of year from these warm temperatures into cooler temperatures. Here in Colorado, sometimes cool crop season can be a little tricky in the fall. We have about 80 days from now until our mid-October freeze. So that's our total amount of time from germination to seed maturity. So we first need to be looking at our seed packets before we do anything and making sure that our maturation time, usually at the bottom here of the seed packet, falls within that 80 days. You can also use cold frames or boxes to extend that season for your plant. So what can you plant right now? First of all, because of the short growing season, a lot of garden centers here in Colorado already have starts. This is great because the plant is already established. You don't have to worry about the heat zapping them in the middle of July when you would want to start your cool crops. So we have things here like the Swiss chard, we have the butterhead lettuce. Peas especially are nice to grow in the fall, but they're hard to start from seed, again, because it's so hot this time of year. So what you should plant first, you should prioritize things like your leafy greens here, things that are a little bit more sensitive to the frost. So lettuce, we also can think about the chard, and then we can move on to things that are more like stone crops or roots. So things like we have some bull heart beets here, and then we also have some Brussels sprouts and broccoli. Also, if you would like to enjoy a great herb garden, now is a great time to do it. The plants have a lot of cool temps, so it won't prompt them to flower as quickly. Planting procedures in the fall only differ slightly from spring. If you're using a container that's already been used, make sure that you wash it out and then put fresh soil in there before you put any starts or seeds in. And if you're planning on putting it in a raised container bed or straight into the ground, just remember that your garden might need a little bit of a soil refresher. Now's a great time to add some compost to the top of that. And also, don't be afraid to clean up some of the plants that are really starting to take over your garden, like that zucchini that might be kind of spreading over to everything else. Also, you should maybe remember to not plant the same thing in the same spot. Plants use different nutrients, and you don't want to deplete one nutrient in the soil and imbalance everything, so rotating your crops around is also a great idea. Thanks for tuning in for this week's video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us and subscribe for more weekly content. We'll see you soon. Right now, start again, sorry. Subscribe for a more weekly video. Okay.